And welcome back to the DIY Beard. My name's Jez and I am the man behind the beard. Hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. What I thought I'd do is I'd just let you know what the beard has had for Christmas this year. So a little bit of a vlogmas, however it's a little bit late, but I'm not going to have a video out at the end of this week just because I want to spend some time with the family over New Year's. So I thought I'd jump ahead and get a video out early just so you guys don't miss out. So, what did I have for Christmas? Well, the first one, everybody will think is probably a little bit boring, but for me, absolutely fantastic. Drill bits. Lots of them. I get through quite a lot if I'm honest. Now, I know what people say, you buy a decent set of drill bits and they'll last you forever. However, for me, even these small ones, no matter how good a quality they are, they still run the risk of snapping. So, lovely bit of kit here, plenty of drill bits for me to get through, and hopefully last me quite a while. Next, my lovely sister decided she would buy me a Shellene scythe. It's made from lamb's wool, so it's brilliant for cleaning the car, and I hate swirl marks. So things like sponges and things like that I definitely don't use, so that'll come in use, and that's from Auto Bright. As I said, what we'll try and do is an Auto Bright video later on down the line, because I think their products are amazing, and I want to share that with you guys as well. And again, they're local to me, so I really want to shout out to all the local suppliers and or garages in my local area, just to support them, because I think, you know, local support's really needed. One that I got really excited about, but the rest of the family couldn't believe why. Lovely little oil drum, oil catch can even, little spout on there. Sure, that'll come in more than useful when we get servicing the bike, so we don't get oil all over my lovely floor. We also have a 3 centre punch set, different sizes. They'll come in wonderful when we're doing a bit of metal work on there. Make sure we don't drill any holes where we don't need them or we drift away. Now, for anybody that has worked on Japanese bikes before, you know normal screwdrivers just don't seem to do the job. So, what we have here is some Sealy JIS screwdrivers. And for those that don't know, JIS stands for Japanese Industry Standard. These fit perfectly into any screw on a Japanese bike. I don't know what it is that they do differently, but these just fit. So when trying to remove one of those tiny little screws and you end up marring the head off and drilling it out, hopefully this won't be the case. So great shout, and this was brought by my dad. Most of the stuff actually is brought by my dad. He's a bit of a DIY nerd, and so when I told him what I wanted for Christmas and as tools, he went a bit mad, but that benefits me. Next, we have a nylon hammer. Again, one of those things that you think, why would I need one of them? And why would you want one for Christmas? Well, these are great when you just want to tap something in but you don't want to damage it. You all know what it's like. You've got a spindle or you've got something that just needs a little bit of encouragement. You whack it with a hammer and you either bend it, ding it, mar it up. Well, hopefully with an nylon hammer that won't happen. We have also had some files, set of 5, different sizes. So we've got square, flat, triangle, half round and a full round file. As I said, I do want to delve into doing a little bit of metal work within the channel, so hopefully that'll come in useful when we start to get to that, just because I've done a little bit of metal work before and I always end up cutting myself, so filing it down to a lovely smooth finish should help. Now, one thing I am really excited for is tap and die set. How cool is that? we all know what it's like when you're stripping a bike and your nuts and bolts are corroded. That's what she said. This will help clear those out when we're restoring the GSXR. And also as well, some of the things that we want to do. So I said to you before, we're going to screw the bar end mirrors onto the Yamaha bolt. We'll be able to tap our own holes in order to do that. So we'll definitely be using that, and that'll certainly be coming in useful throughout the rest of the channel. I also said we would do a little bit of electric work. Wiring up some headlight LEDs and also some rear tail lights and indicators, etc. In order to do that, you'll definitely need a soldering kit. I want it to be as professional looking as possible, and I don't want, you know, little bits of clips or anything like that. I want to solder it, and I want it to look right, and I want it to last. So we've got a soldering kit, only a cheap one off eBay. However, it's only got one job, and that's to get hot and solder things. So it doesn't exactly got to be the all singing, all dancing. As you can see, it comes with a nice little coil so that you don't get your soldering iron too hot and burn everything. It's got a selection of different tips, some solder, a solder sock, again that's what she said, tweezers, wire cutters and a sponge just so we can wet the end of the solder. Also got a little workshop light. Going to be really handy, that is, when it gets into little crevices. Really bright actually, LED. Come in a tiny little box, and I'm really surprised with how bright that is. It's got 3 settings, so we've got, I won't shine it at you, I've got bright, a little bit dim it, and then as you can see we've got a little LED light on the end. And one of the best things is it's magnetic. So that time where you need to see in a little bit of a tough area, you haven't got 3 hands, lovely little magnetic light just to get where you need will work out brilliant. And again, it's also adjustable and folds away. Next one is I've had some plumber's pliers. Now again, you may think, Jez, what have plumber's pliers got to do with bike building? But you just don't know. The time that you want an adjustable set of pliers, or we need to do some work inside the house, do some actual plumbing, these will come in useful. Because as I said, the channel itself is predominantly about bikes, and I realise I'm just waving that in front of your face, but we will be doing other things. We are the DIY beard. It is anything to do with DIY. However much we do like bikes, we'll be delving into a little bit more. So these will come in useful across the channel. Now, this is a bit of a running joke. So, I this year have struggled massively with my tyres on my car, as I never ever remember to get them changed. And I've ran very close to some illegal limits. So I've had a tyre service kit, which comes with a depth gauge and a pressure gauge, and I think this was a little bit of a joke in order to try and get me to remember to do it, and hopefully it will make me do it. Definitely come in useful on the wife's tyres, because again I've checked hers for it and they are shockingly low on the outside rim, so we'll be using those as well to make sure we're all legal. Now, what else could any red-blooded man want for his garage? A pick and hook set. Yes, you've heard me right. It's a pick and a hook set. Again, I bet you sat through this video thinking, Jez, all this stuff is really boring. But I tell you, you wait till we start getting into this build series. These bad boys will come in useful. Now I want to spray the exhaust headers up, as I said. And I definitely know there is some nylon gaskets in there that I'm going to struggle to get out. So these will work a treat. We also have, I've got to remember how to say this correctly because I keep getting tongue-tied. It is a hex key T-handle 10-piece set. So a lot of bikes come with Allen nuts on there, which is great when you've got Allen keys, but sometimes you just can't get enough purchase on them. So the fact that we have some T-handles will mean it'll make the job a lot easier. Not only have we got the T hex shape at the bottom, but we've also got them on the edge of the handle so that we can get a little bit of good grip on there. A great tool for your garage, and I recommend anybody to get a set of those. Everybody needs Allen keys, and these will become incredibly useful. And that's really it for the garage stuff. I do have a little shelving set itself, just so we can keep some nuts, bolts, screws, anything small up on the walls. As you seen, I love to keep things up and on the wall so you can see them all. So that'll be a lovely little addition when we start putting that together. Now, my mum pulled one out the bag. For months I've been wanting a Kevlar hoodie. And she got one for me. Now it is only a cheap one, and we'll see how we get on with it. This one is a Speed Max Kevlar hoodie. It comes with back protection, shoulder protection, shoulder pads, in black. Perfect. I've also had, now I've always been into sport bikes previously, so a lot of the gear that I've got is quite sport-like. My Frank Thomas jacket that I wear all the time is quite a neon yellow and black, and while it does look cool, it does keep you seen, there's nothing like a black leather jacket when you're wearing a cruiser or you're driving a bobby. So you're riding a bobby. Please don't go nuts in the comments for saying driving rather than riding. So I've had a leather jacket as well. Again, only a cheap one off eBay. My mum actually brought me this. But I've never had a leather jacket before, as daft as it sounds. I've always gone for Gore-Tex. I think it's just, I don't know, I always think of Gore-Tex as being a little bit tougher. Just because you can get some really, it's like comfier, not tougher. Just because the material's a lot more flexible than a leather, and you don't also get that little squeak. So we'll see how we get on with this itself. Lovely little quality, really. Stitching's fantastic on it. It's got zips to plug the jacket into the back of my trousers. Quite comfy. Padding on elbows, shoulders, back. It's got pockets for your phone all inside. Nice little bit of kit, really. So we'll see how that gets on in the new year when the weather starts. So that's it, really. That's what the beard has had for Christmas this year. As I said, I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas, and I hope you have a fantastic New Year's. Please don't get too drunk at New Year's and then go out for a ride. Stay safe. Leave some comments below as to what you've had for Christmas. Christmas is a great time for getting gifts for bikers. There's lots out there. This is just a little bit of the stuff that I've had. And like I said before, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to release videos every week to 2 weeks just to keep you guys engaged. And everything we do is for you. The wife asked me the other day why I've suddenly started YouTube, and for those that don't know, I've had a baby this year. While I am not the sort of person that takes plenty of photos, I want her to have something that she can look back on her dad and she can say, do you know what, that's my dad. And that's one of the other reasons for starting this channel. I do a lot of DIY, I do a lot of things myself, and I just want something that she can look back on and she can see, do you know what, my dad did that. Sounds a bit soft, but I just thought I'd get it out there. Whether I'm feeling sentimental with it being the Christmas period, I don't know. Anyway, I've rambled on way too much, so what we'll do is we'll end it there. As I said, ride safe guys, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, it'll really help me out, and I'll catch you guys in the new year with the next video. Bye!